All right, guys, for the next about 10 minutes, I'm going to talk about 5S system, okay? It's called 5S because there's 5 S's. In other words, 5 words that start with the letter S. Sort, set in order, shine, standardize, and sustain. Okay, I'm going to bring this down a little bit so I can sustain right there. Okay? Now, actually, 5S is the old name. There's a new name called 6S. But they have been made so many different materials. Like this is like a sign that you can put on the wall that you can purchase, for example, that says 5S, that is very hard to go change to 6S, all the material that has been put out. You know what the other S is? The 6S that is not here? What do you think it is? We just talked about it. You got it. It's safety. So in reality, if you put 6S, almost hardly anything is going to come out. But new literature, new books talk about 6S, which is safety, and then all of these things. We talked already about safety in the other video, but here we're going to talk about the 5S. Now, when we're talking about lean, do you guys know what lean is? And it's not like being lean, like, you lost some weight. Lean is part of a methodology of doing quality work, which is like lean manufacturing, which is a set of different practices that makes your work efficient. We'll talk about lean manufacturing another time, but this came from a lean workshop or the lean methodology. All right, so sorting, set in order, shine, standardize, sustain. And I'm going to use the analogy or the example of socks, right? Most people wear socks, and we're talking about that sometimes the greatest time waster in the morning is to find 2 matching socks. You might have a whole bunch of clean socks, but you didn't take the time to match them, and now you're like looking, okay, I'm going to wear some white socks, but this doesn't look like the other one. Well, the first thing you should do when you're trying to organize an area such as socks, or it could be parts, or your shop itself, or your room for that, is to sort things out. What is to sort?
Organize.
Yeah, but like explain to me what's sorting. Putting things that are alike, right? Like if I'm sorting a table or an area, I say, what do I have here? You ask yourself, what do I have here? Oh, I have a lot of paper here. I have some cables here. I have some tools, but they're all over the place. But you put them in groups. You sort them out. All the tools right here, all the paper right here, all the bolts and nuts right here. Oh, this is safety stuff. This thing doesn't belong there. Things that don't belong in this area, you put them there. So you sort them out and you separate them into groups. That's what sorting is. Things that are alike, you put them in one pile. Like I was doing the other day a puzzle, like a 50-piece puzzle. I'm like, how am I going to do this puzzle? I said, well, let's sort them out by color. All the little puzzle pieces that are red here, all the ones that are yellow here, all the ones that have some black and red here. And that way I can put them together. Same idea. Sorting things out, put things that are the same together in one group. First step. So in the case of socks, I have white socks and dark socks. So I put all my white socks here, all my dark socks right here. Then I look at those 2 piles and I said, I can further sort this out a little bit more. How is that? All my white socks, some are like, crew, long socks, and the other one are smaller. I put them in 2 piles. Same with the black, long or shorter socks. And now I can match them, okay? Same idea. So let me go ahead and put that back up. There we go. Set in order. Arranging and labeling only necessary items for easy and return by anyone. For easy use and return by anyone. So, set in order is like I was explaining to you. Put things that are in a set, like here, the wrenches, in a particular order. This size is smaller, this is bigger. And you may have something that's called a shadow box. You guys know what a shadow box is? You seen a shadow box anywhere? You ever go to a shop where they have like something on the wall and they have nails and they put a tool in there, and then when you remove the tool, It's a different color because they painted the tool shape in the back.
Yeah.
So you can tell right away that that tool is missing because you don't see the tool, you just see the background of it. That's a shadow box. So you create shadow boxes so you know everything that goes in place. I'll give you an example. This is like a shadow box, this particular set of calipers, because the caliper in here fits that particular opening. But when you remove the caliper, what do you have?
Empty space.
You can tell that there's no caliper because you have this shadow in here. That's a type of a shadow box. Same thing with this micrometer. If I remove this and I look at this right away with my eyes, I can tell there's two things missing. The caliper, which is supposed to be here, and the micrometer. So this is a shadow box. But when I put it, it fits there, fits in that little opening compartment, and I can tell that now this is a full set because it has that. Okay? So that's a shadow box. And you can have that drawers and drawers of shadow boxes where you open it and it looks like, oh, this wrench is missing here, or this particular tool is missing from this as you open the drawers. That can be put into drawers. Shine, which will be once you sort it out and you put it in the right place by setting it in order at the right location where it's supposed to be, then you clean up the surface. If it's a table, you may use a rag or a particular detergent that's not going to corrode or break your surface. Or shine is also to sweep the floor. So if you got parts falling on the floor, that's also to shine. So it says keeping everything swept and clean from inspection, for safety and preventative maintenance of equipment. Standardize is here it just says the state that exists when the first three pillars of the S's are properly maintained. So when you have the sorting, the setting order, and the shine, and you know where things belong, then that's the standard. You know where things go. Not like one day you're gonna put things here, the next day you're gonna move them here. You gotta decide where things are gonna go in the shop and where their proper location are. If you do these three, you have it standardized. And you get used to it and you let everybody else know. And then sustain, making a habit of properly maintaining correct procedures. If you're a 5S type of person in your table, in your workbench, in your shop, your employer will appraise you and it'll be easier for you to do the work. Why would it be easier for you to do the work if you are organized and you use like the 5S principles? Why would that be easier?
They're not spent on labor stuff.
The what?
You know where everything is. You're not looking.
You know where everything is, which means what? When you know where everything is, what does that save you? Time. That's right. The greatest waster of money is time that you use it for looking for something. Like, where's the screwdriver? Where is that? Something that could have taken you 10 minutes to do could take you hours because you're not finding the right tool. It's like, where's the 10 millimeter? 10 millimeter wrench or socket is the one that they use the most, or 12,
They always
and they're
disappear.
always gone somewhere. Somebody's got it in their pocket, they left it somewhere. Or the half inch wrench or so forth. You guys know that. So for the future, let me go back and put this up again, 1 second.
It's like the best odds you've ever gotten. There's 100. Like you won't ever. Like
In
you'll
the
never do
future,
all of them.
and from now on, learn these 5 S's in this order: sort, set in order, shine, standardize, and sustain. And of course, safety is number 1. And you'll be more organized, you'll save time, and life will be easier. You will not be frustrated in looking for things.
Yes, sir.
Okay? So this is the 5S principle, and next time, you guys that are in the shop, we're gonna use that to organize these areas. Thank you.